chosen ones, empaths, one thing you've got to understand, right, is if you've been through a discard, you're going to be in a state of confusion. The narcissist is an expert at leaving you in a state of confusion, not knowing which direction to go, right? And naturally, what we do, our natural inclination is to go towards them. So when they're pushing us away or discarding us, our natural inclination, human nature, right? We all do it, we make the mistake, is to try and seek answers from the narcissist, right? And probably you didn't realize you were dealing with a narcissist at the time, like I didn't. You didn't. Collectively, we probably didn't, right? We think we're dealing with our soulmate. We think we're dealing with our spouse, partner, companion, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever it is. And when they discard us, our natural inclination is to try and problem solve. It's to try and fix what's going on. It's to try and get some sense, of stability. Okay? But it's the main and it's the most wrong thing you can do in this situation. Right? So if the wounds are still fresh and this is happening to you right now, listen on in this video. Even if you've been through this and it's some time after, this still may help clear up some of the fog, the brain fog. So listen as well. But they discard us, right? But at the same time, they leave little subtle attempts of doors that are open. They don't entirely close the door. It's not like an adult, like two adults, and one of the adults says to the other adult, "I don't want to be with you no more. We're not working out. I think we should go our separate ways." If it was done like that, most of us would have enough closure that we could get on with our lives quite easily. But the narcissist doesn't do it like that. They discard with some drama. They blow it all up in the air. So you don't know what leg you're standing on. You don't know what to do. And this is why they want you. They purposely do this to make you chase after them. They purposely do this to make you pursue them. Right? They want you to pursue them. And they purposely aimed to discard you, to keep you in a state of confusion. It's purposely done. It's calculated. It's premeditated. They thought about this weeks before they've done it. I'm talking about those times when you was laying together, or you was, even if this is a family member or something like that. It's a bit different with family members, or friends. But even those moments when you were still together, living happy family lives, right? They were planning on going for this discard. The discard doesn't just magically appear. They were planning on doing this discard to you for a while, right? So eventually, when the discard comes around, we're left in a state of confusion. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. As I said previously, our natural inclination is to try and problem solve, is to try and repair the damage done, is to try and fix the situation, right? What that I can tell you is, don't try and work out why it happened. And if you're going to try and work out why it happened, don't try and get the answers from the narcissist. I'm telling you that you're the only one who's going to be able to work out why this happened. You're the only one. You do not need 2 people for this scenario. You do not need your former partner or ex-lover or family member or friend or any of that to work out why the discard happened. You do not need to speak to them about it. Right? I've made the dreadful mistake of trying to reach out, of trying to problem solve, and it falls on deaf ears. The more and more you reach out, the more and more you try to solve the problem, the more and more they push you away. And I don't want you, especially if this is fresh, I don't want you to repeat the same mistakes. I tell you that the only thing that it done for me, and it might do for you, is because I wrote everything down in an email, I actually expressed everything from my heart's content, and I got to say things I thought that was wrong with them, things that I thought was wrong with the relationship. I got to express how I think we can make things better. I got to express about the flying monkeys, about the family members that were causing problems. I got to speak my whole truths and openly spoke my whole truths. It fell on deaf ears and it wasn't reciprocated, right? But at least that was my closure. And I knew this at the time. A lot of people will advise you in the narcissistic sphere. They'll say, don't reach out to them. Don't tell them about themselves. But if you want to, if you feel like you need to, because at the time I felt like I needed to, right? And I was trying to aim to get an answer from the narcissist. But I would say to you, go into this situation where if you want to drop your final words by a message or a phone call or an email or whatever, don't expect the answer from the narcissist that you're likely, don't expect a positive answer. Just expect something chaotic. That's what's going to be around the corner. Because what was around the corner for me, right, was chaos, right? Just from an email. They tried to get me arrested and stuff like that. And I wasn't threatening them. There was no malice. There was no hatred. There was no threats. There was no violence. There was nothing in it. And it even had the police scratching their heads because, you know, and the reason why they done this as well is because I was starting a new job at that time as well. And they just tried to mix things up for me. But what I'm getting back to the point is we're left in a state of confusion and we're looking to seek answers from the narcissist, right? But I want you to understand that we don't need to get those answers from the narcissist. We need to get those answers from ourselves, right? We need to just sum it up. Like, I made other videos, the narcissist discards because they got exposed. That could be a reason why they discarded you, because they got exposed. They could have discarded you because they saw a shinier new toy. I'm not trying to trigger anyone here, but they saw a shinier new toy and they felt like they deserve better. Don't worry. All my other videos that tell you about how they downgrade and they regret leaving you, that will help you out. So if you want to check those out, because they do, you just need to give it time. And that's why I'm saying, don't try rush after them. If you do message them, be very cold in a way. Try and be as not cold, but try and be to the point, right? Are you say like for example, so you're saying you want to end it, okay? You definitely want to end it. You do not want to go further because once we go down this route, there's no going back. I'm not gonna take you back, right? You can put something. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but you can put something across to them that's very like statement orientated, speaking in statement. That's how I done it as well. Most of my email was in statements. It wasn't me asking them questions, because when you ask questions like, why is this happening? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do that? You're at mercy of the narcissist's response. So if the narcissist chooses not to respond to you, right? If you say, why have you blocked me? Or why have you done this? You're at mercy of their response. But if you speak in a statement and you say, you've blocked me, I don't understand the reason you done so, that leaves you in a space of a safe space where you've spoken your statement. It's up to them if they want to respond or not. But you haven't really digged for no answers. I hope you're with me here, people. I hope you're with me. Speaking his statements is very powerful towards the narcissist. And it's not how they want you to function. It's not how they want you to behave. But what I want you to, while I wrap this video up, I want you to understand, don't try and expect to get an answer that you want to hear from the narcissist. You're going to hear some next bag of drama. You've got to understand they've done this on purpose. They've done this on purpose to not leave you with any closure. And you've got to get your own closure by going down your own journey of self-healing, self-love, and really analyzing what's happened and looking back in retrospect at the reason why it happened. Like, you know, the narcissist to me was saying to me, oh, I want to be cherished, I want to be this. I've done everything for the narcissist, right? They were saying all of these things. They were saying, oh, I wish we could have gone on that holiday that we always said. Like, that's future faking. They were future faking with me. They were doing all of this stuff. And basically, when I wrapped my head around it all, I realized the reason why they got rid of me was because I was getting a job at a university, and they were threatened by other females being at the university. So they wanted to put themselves in a position of where I only think about them, right? That was the number one reason. The number two reason was I noticed them lie about something, right? And they got exposed, and I remember calling to God on the last day I was with them. I remember making a prayer to God and saying, God, guide me to the truth with them. And I've told you this before, at God's speed, the unmasking happened. The worst kind of character got brought out. But that was basically the main reasons why this breakup happened. And now I guarantee that the narcissist going down, like, years down the line is thinking, why did I actually end it over something so stupid, right? You see, it wasn't trivial or whatnot. Like, why did they end it over something so stupid? So that's what you've got to leave them. Let them make their mistakes. Let them make their bed and lay in it, right? They dug their grave. Let them dig their grave and lay in it. And that's why all I can say to you is understand that they're trying to make you confused, and don't try and get out of the state of confusion by getting answers from them. Get the answers from yourself and think, talk to God, think properly, look in retrospect, analyze the situation. You'll get your answers and you'll get your closure from it that way. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I have the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. If you want to check that out, the link for that channel is also in the description box. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.